Most church flyers and posters made on Canva look exactly the same. Today, I'm going to be creating one that stands out. Hey guys, I'm Nelson, and today I'm designing a church flyer for a church program inside of Canva. I'll show you the full process so you can follow along or just get ideas, So without further ado, let's dive right into it. As you can see, we are on Canva right now, and we are making a church flyer that works on social media. To follow along, I have attached the link to the files in the description below. So first, let's choose the size we are using. You go to social media, Instagram post, which is the 4:5. Once we are inside of it, we are going to use our guides to create a margin. We're using our rulers to create a kind of guide. And in case you can't see your rulers, you come to Files, Settings, and Show Rulers and Guides. And if you are using a laptop, you can just click Shift Arrow, which is a shortcut key for ruler. Just use Shift Arrow, and there you have it. So now that we've added it, we have to log the guides. Come to log. So the next thing we're doing now is we'll have to create our background. And how are we going to create this background? Before now, when you want to create a background on Canva, you just need to click on this one. Once you click on it, you come to white background and you change the background, blah, blah, blah. Or better still, you can just bring your shape in and you extend it across. We start creating the background. No, in this video we'll be doing a different kind of background. We're trying to make the background look more interesting. We want it to look so cool. So how do we do that? Instead of using this format, you go to apps and search for gradients. And then you click on it. So now what we'll need to do is we'll just come here and click on the custom. Since the size we're using is 1080 by 11350. Yeah, so that's it. So now we'll have to change the colors. So use 1A, 1A, 1A. And the second one will still use the same color, 1A, 1A, 1A. So now the reason for doing it this way is that we want the shape to behave like an image. So we'll just add it to the design and we extend to fill. Okay, so now that we've done that, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to apps and search for blend image. You tap on this one and then to display this for you. So now the reason why we created this background this way is that we want to be able to use it in this app. And what does this app do? This app literally helps you to blend image as if you're on Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator. Click on this and select it. You see, it automatically comes to this place. So click the normal. So this one now acts as the bottom layer, while this one will act as the top layer. For the top layer, we're going to go and use this background element that is in file you downloaded, and you click on open. So this one is automatically on top, and while this one is at the back. Okay. So now that we've done that, you come to the blend mode and you click multiply. Now it won't show on this place. It won't show on this other side. It will still remain here. So the next, what we need to do now for it to show here is we click on add image and we delete this one. Then we expand. See? Beautiful. So what we can do now is we'll lock. Okay, go to elements Now we're going to bring in the frame. And the funny thing about this frame we're about to do now is that we want to place a text and shape inside of it. I know that's impossible on Canva, right? But there's an interesting way to do it. So first we need to work on the shape and the text you want to put inside of this. So come down here and we extend. So to get the color, we go to upload. You know the logo we uploaded in the first instance. We bring it inside. We scale it down. So we want to make this a gradient. Now to do the gradient, what we need to do is we'll have to click on this vivid red. I will have to use this one too, but we can't tap both of them together. So what we can do is we can come to the image, come to the gradient, tap on this and paste the color for the other one. Yes. So there you have it. So the next we'll create the text. Text is honor. We'll go to Montserrat. We'll make it black. And then we scale up. So what we can do now is we'll come to line spacing and put -50 to make the text tighter. Come up here and there you have it. So what we can do now is we'll have to duplicate it. Hold your Alt and duplicate and duplicate. That's 1, 1, 2. So we come to transparency and we'll make it transparent. Let's use 20 for the transparency and then we'll group them. Okay, so after grouping it, we'll now select these two and then go to positioning, center and group as well. So now they are now one element. So what we want to do, we are supposed to literally bring it inside of this image so that it's inside of this frame so that it can create an image for us, to create a kind of we'll call it frame for us, entering into the frame to create an image for us. But since we can't do that, one thing we can do is we can come down here and click on download selection. We'll download it as a PNG, and if you are using Canva Pro, you just need to extend. If you are not using, keep it as 1. Okay, then click on transparent and download. Okay, so it's successfully downloaded. So just click on save and go to uploads. So now that I've uploaded it, what we'll need to do now is we'll bring this down a little and put it inside. So double click and expand it. So we're expanding it inside of our shape, inside of our frame. Okay, there you have it. Then expand it a little. Okay, so what we can do next is we are going to bring in this frame and bring it right here and keep it right here. Yes. So now the essence of bringing this frame in here is the fact that if we don't want a situation where when we bring the image, it will start competing with the other frame at the back. Okay, so come down here and bring this picture, tap on it, then remove the background. If you're not using Canva Pro, you can actually remove the background on any tool at all. There are a lot of tools out there that you can use. Then we'll have to crop it. We only need it till okay. Then click enter. So what you can now do is we'll just bring it inside of it. Boom. So what next? We'll extend. So we'll come to position to see if it aligns to the bottom. Yes, it does. Okay, so we are making progress. So now that we are done with that, the next thing we are going to do is we need to remove this background from this image. Just click on no. Let's do that later. So we'll need to bring in text elements. So now what's the text element we are bringing? Okay, let's bring in text element. Then we'll have honor, then go to Montserrat and tap on black. Select all and click on black. Okay. Then what you can do is you need to extend it. And we want it to be at most so close to the edges. Okay. Then take it up a little and then bring this one down. So we're going to use this gradient. We'll click this vivid red, come to the vivid red and change that color to this. Exactly. And there you have it. But for this, we can still edit this one further. Can make this one double. Can make that double, even triple. Can make it like this. Why this one? We can do the same, but just duplicate this one a little. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and just bring it down here. Okay, so that's making sense. So now that we've done that, the next thing we'll be adding is another text. This time to be present. We'll have to reduce the size. We'll have to increase the spacing. And then we'll have to change the font. This time we're going to use, you can still use the same Montserrat. Just make it semi-bold. Then maybe reduce the size more and increase the spacing. Still reduce the size. Okay. Leave it like this. Another thing we can do is we can actually come down to the color and just make it slight gray. Okay, that's good. That's making sense. Okay, so another thing we'll be doing now is we'll be adding dates and the name of the guest. So how do we go about adding that? I'll come down here and bring another text. And okay, and then they will be under each other. Then you scale and you change the line height and you align left, and then you bring it right here. So to make it more interesting, you can also add a little bit of spacing, let's say 50, and then that's good. And maybe we can just change it from super bold, which is the black, to bold, or we can just leave it as this. Okay, that's nice. And the next we need to do is we need to bring the guest name. So we can duplicate this. Then we'll reduce the size. You can just scale it down. And then we can write something at the top, or we can just create another shape. Let's curve it a little. And what we can do now is we'll change the color. Let's reduce it a little, shift it up a little, and we'll change this color to our gradient. And then duplicate this. Duplicate this and turn to guest. And we can come down to Montserrat again and turn it to semi-bold. Okay. Now we've done that, the next thing we can do is we need to add something like a doodle. And what that does, it gives the design a nice flair. Adds a nice flair to the design. Okay, so we'll go back to elements and search for zigzag line. You know, this one is optional though. You can choose to use it, you can choose not to use it. So no, not on that shapes. You can go to graphics. Under graphics, you can come to filter, click on free. We are using free elements only. And then you look for one that you like. Okay, I like this one. I'll bring it in, then I'll rotate. It. That's good. So one other thing we need to do now is we'll need to bring this image, our church image, and we'll scale it down. Let's remove the background. Yes. Oh God, that's so beautiful. I'll remove the background, take it up a little. Yes. And we'll now have to bring in another element. We'll go to elements again. Sorry. Clear. We'll go to frames. I'll come under this paper and I'll bring. I'm going to use this. So we'll bring it here. And we reduce the size. Okay. We can drop it a little. Then we'll change the color to this. And then we'll drag it here. And change the color. Sorry. And then we'll change the color to this. Yes. So that's it. So now that we've changed the color, what we need to do next is we'll have to add text, and we need to increase this one. It has to be bigger. Yes. Then let me add text. Come to text again. Click on add text. Go to 0. Alright, Faith Church. And then we're going to scale it. Then we're going to reduce the sizing, spacing to -50. There we have it. Then we can, let's delete this one. Then we can duplicate this. And then we'll write 12:30 p.m. and then we scale it up again. I'm gonna use it again. Okay. That's looking good. So one other thing we need to do, we need to reduce the size. It's too big. So the next thing we need to do is we need to bring in. So what we need to do is we need to bring another thing like this, another paper image like that. So come down here and click on this. I think this one makes sense to use. Just drag it, bring it here, and then probably just do it like this. Space, let's say 250. So I have to put 250 there, and okay, yes, so that's it. So what this one is actually is the show icons. So I need to import the show icons. Come to elements, and search for Instagram. So there we have it. That's Instagram. Import it. And then Facebook. And then we import it as well. Tap on it. Then what we can do is we can select both of them and scale it. Then drag it down. And then reduce the size as well. So we can just drag both of them here and drag this one here. And then position, make sure they are in their middle. And that's that. So one other thing we need to do is we need to add another text. And we need to scale it down. And we need to come down here and extend it. Make it center, aligned. Gonna go down to make it okay. And the other thing you can also do is you can come down here and reduce change the color to lighter gray, or you can just make it white and change the opacity. Or you can change it white and reduce the opacity. And then reduce the size. I think that should be okay. Now the opacity is too dark. Okay, so one last thing we'll need to do now is we'll have to add another text element, and this one will be super quick. So come down, and then we are going to rotate it. We are 90 degrees. Okay, rotate by 90 degrees, and we'll have to duplicate. So 1, 2, 3. Rotate by 90 degrees, then duplicate twice. So the first one will make it white. Okay, let's increase this one a bit. Let's say 50, and this one's 75. Yeah, so that is that. So what else are we missing? Okay. So here is the final design. If you want the next one in this series, it's already on the playlist. You can drop a comment if you want me to design something specific. See you on the next one.